And now, the atheist sledgehammer, Dusty Smith.
Alright, first of all, fuck everybody. Let me just start off with that right there, okay? That according to Islam, you're not allowed to paint pictures of Muhammad, you're not allowed to dress up like Muhammad and have your picture taken, or you're not allowed to dress up like Muhammad, period. You're not even allowed to make cartoons of Muhammad. And they are serious as fuck about this, man. They will put your ass to death in a heartbeat if you make any graphical representation of Muhammad whatsoever. Which makes me wonder, how ugly was this motherfucker? Bible secrets. The Bible says Jesus turned water into wine. What it failed to mention is, he also used grapes. Bible secrets. Oh, you want me to explain the pyramids? You want me to explain the pyramids? Well, I'd be happy to goddamn explain the pyramids. They're fucking rocks, man. That's all the goddamn pyramids are. They're big fucking rocks stacked on top of other big fucking rocks stacked up on top of other really giant fucking rocks, man. It's not like they're made of some kind of nanocarbon fibers or some shit. It's not like it's UFO grade computer circuitry. It's not like you step inside the pyramids and you're transferred to the fucking holodeck from Star Trek Enterprise. Fuck no! It's goddamn rocks stacked on top of each other! What the fuck is wrong with you people? Hello, I'm Chuck Norris, Christian and American patriot, and I have a message from Jesus Christ. And the very next thing you see, boom, he's going to jail, and all the guys are reaching out for him, and they're like, I want to rape you first! I want to be the first one to rape you! This guy's got like a Ralph Macchio bandana on his head or something. These guys back here all excited, they want to be the first one to rape him. But my favorite one out of all these is this dude right here. He's all patient and shit. He's like, I'll rape you eventually. And this chick, who is obviously a stupid uppity bitch, is actually a special ed teacher at this school. And this reporter asked her, does she think gay people have any special purpose in life? And this is her actual answer. Listen to this shit.
You know, if a gay person, do you consider them maybe they have some sort of purpose in life? Do you think it's just a...
I don't.
Oh my fucking god! The special ed teacher is retarded! Until one cool summer morning, something amazing happened. I was at home all alone, minding my own damn business, when the internet raped my faith.
Why can't I pray in school?
You can. How can anybody fucking stop you from praying in school? Bow your head and fucking pray. There's no goddamn way anybody can stop you, you dumb little motherfucker!
Why am I called names? Because I believe in marriage the way God designed it.
It's because of your haircut!
But today's my dad, and I had to play along, so I was like, okay, Dad, what you need? And he was like, well, you know those human beings I created? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, well, I want to show them that I really love them. And I was like, okay. And he was like, no, you don't understand, man. I want to show them that I really, really love them. And I was like, okay. And then he said, so what I've decided to do is, I've decided to send you to Earth so they can torture and kill you. And of course, immediately I was like, what the hell are you talking about? That doesn't make any sense at all. Why would you send your son to Earth to be tortured and murdered to show these people that you love them? That does not track. How did you even think of that? You know, and the first time my faith got raped, that very first time, it was just an accident. I swear it was just a fucking accident. But after that day, I found out something kind of weird about my faith. It turns out my faith is kind of freaky, and it was into it. The next thing I knew, my faith was dressing all slutty, and it was hanging out on the seedier parts of the internet, like Wikipedia, just fucking asking for it. And let me tell you, my faith got it. It got it long, and it got it hard. Next thing you know, he's in the fucking hospital, and the doctor's like, according to this thermometer, you got raped by a bunch of dudes last night. God bless America, and fuck every other country on earth with the devil's dick. Roundhouse kick! I mean, can you imagine if crop circles were real, and this is actually the way aliens chose to communicate with us? That means at some point, the aliens must have got together and had a meeting, and they were like, dudes, today we're gonna let the humans know that we exist once and for all. Anybody got any suggestions on how we should make first contact? Then one little alien raised his hand, and he was like, I got an idea. Why don't we just hijack all of their communication satellites all at the same time? Then we can beam our message directly to their television sets all at once to everybody in the entire world. And the aliens were like, yeah, man, that sounds like a good idea. That's pretty cool. Any other ideas out there? Another little alien raises his hands and goes, I have an idea. Why don't we just use our advanced technology and beam our message directly into the consciousness of every human being at the same time? We could beam our message directly into every human being's brain and beam it in their brain in the exact language and dialect that they speak. That way there could be absolutely no miscommunication about what our message is. And all the aliens were like, yeah, man, that's a really good idea. That's pretty cool. Any other ideas? And then at the back of the room, there's a little short motherfucking alien named Bob. And Bob the alien's a total douchebag. He's always throwing out bad ideas just to fuck shit up. And Bob's like, hey, dudes, I got an idea. Why don't we just draw random symbols in the middle of cornfields all over the world and just let the humans figure it the fuck out? And the rest of the aliens were all like, that's genius, man. That's just crazy enough to work. Let's get our best minds of this whole cornfield thing stats. I mean, I don't have enough hands to do no face palms for that kind of bullshit, man. So the very next thing, he's all crying and shit. He's like, God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I sold drugs and got raped and got AIDS. And then he's like, please come into my life and save me. I believe in you. And then he got saved. An angel comes down and says, fuck yeah, you're saved as shit, dude. And he's like, oh, thank you for saving me, Lord. Thank you. And then the next thing, he's fucking dead. 2 days later, he's dead. What the fuck? I think Jesus' version of saving people is way different than my version of saving people. You know, if you're going to save me from the anal rape and the AIDS. You know, don't wait till I fucking die. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, you're an asshole.
And everybody's like, we're fucked! But Moses is like, chill the fuck out, dudes, I got this. And he's like, Hadouken! And the water splits up, man.
I can remember very clearly when I was 13, deciding to make a stand for God. It was Christmas Day. And for some reason, I always felt extra guilty about masturbating on Christmas Day, because that was like the ultimate sin. You can't masturbate on Jesus' birthday, man. You go straight to hell for that kind of shit. So I never masturbated on Christmas, man, and I was feeling really anxious, and I was feeling guilty for that, man. So right then and there, I made a promise to God. As my New Year's resolution, I promised never ever to masturbate again. And when I made a promise to God, I intended to keep it, because that was the ultimate thing. You don't ever break your promises to God, man. And I can very clearly remember watching on TV as that ball dropped in New York, and thinking to myself, well, that's it. I'm never gonna masturbate ever again. I promise, God. I lasted to January 3rd. And by then, I was like a crack addict in fucking rehab, man. I was all jittery and jonesing for that shit. I just couldn't take it anymore, man. I had to do it. And I knew I was breaking my promise to God with every stroke, man. And with every stroke, I felt more and more guilty. And I swear, man, when I came, I felt like I was coming directly in Jesus' face. I never felt more guilty about anything in my life, man. I was crying. I was like, I'm sorry, Jesus. I just wanted to hand him a moist towelette. It was without a doubt the absolute worst orgasm I've ever had in my life. And that's really saying something, man, because I once had sex with a Canadian.
And the next thing you know, Saul's like, hey, David, I'm going to totally give you my daughter, dude. But first, you got to kill 100 Philistines for me. And David's like, I was going to do that shit anyway. So the next thing you know, David is back. And he throws Saul a bag of 200 foreskins that he cut off 200 Philistines that he killed. He literally throws the guy a bag of dicks. And he's like, here's your bag of dicks, Saul. I want your daughter now. So Saul gives him his daughter for a bag of dicks. And immediately Saul has buyer's remorse. He's like, I don't even want this bag of dicks. Why did I give this guy my daughter for this bag of dicks?
So this is for my dead homie Faith. Wish I could say I miss you, bitch. But I don't. At all.
Alright, let's go look at some footage of Jack Shot preaching, and let's see if there were any hints whatsoever that might have clued you in that this guy was a perverted sick fuck.
I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. Oh, God, that hurts. Oh, God, I'm so tired. Oh, God, I didn't want to lose her. Oh, God, I didn't want to have that pain. Oh, God, no.
Is this guy pretending to masturbate in front of the entire church? Christians, what is happening? Christianity was really weird back when I was in the church, but you guys are taking this shit to a whole fucking other level.
If Jesus died for our sins, then if you don't sin, Jesus died for nothing. Personally, man, I spend like 80 to 95% of my time making sure that Jesus died for a reason. I've sinned like 300 times just since you started watching this video alone. So sin away, monkeys. Do it for Jesus. Logic.